Over 2.25 billion cups of coffee are being consumed every day worldwide. According to Johns Hopkins Medical Journal, there are over 9 reasons why coffee is beneficial to you. Plus, it's my favorite drink, so why the hell not? So today we're going to talk about the International Coffee Organization. We're going to take data sets of import, export, and consumption and get some insight with our data about coffee. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to go to the data set on Kaggle, scroll down as usually, and we can see on the right we have a few data sets of different names. I'm going to scroll down, we can see here all the columns that we can select. We see the data is good. And we're going to press download and get the data. If you want to see how I install it on SQL Workbench, you can see previous videos. I'll show you step by step how to call it. So you just have to go through it. Okay, so the first step is what are the top 5 producing countries in 1990. So we're going to start with the select. We're going to select the country and we're going to select the year. The name of the column is 1990, 1991. And we're going to name it as quantity, select it from the coffee production, and we're going to order by quantity, descending. We're going to give it a limit of 5. We're going to see only the top 5. And let's see our data. We can see Brazil has the biggest number or different numbers. What are the top 5 producing countries in 2020 and also growing since 1990 in percentage. So we'll start by selecting the country. We're going to select the 2019-20 and divide it by 1,000,000 so we can put the numbers in million. It's much more efficient. Second step is going to take the 2090-20 minus the 1990 and going to divide it by 1991. This is going to give us the margin, the difference in percentage. We're going to round it up. Don't forget to multiply by 100 so it's a percentage. We'll add $1 and write it as growth in percentage. And we're going to order by this growth. I fixed it in percentage, my mistake. So the third question, what's the percentage of total producing of every country during the whole time period? We're going to select the country, the total production, and we're going to do the sum of total production and use the over to sum the total for all the countries. And I'm going to multiply by 100, round it up, and write it as a percentage. We're going to order by descending. And we can see the percentage of each country out of the total. We can see Brazil has 69, then 14 for Indonesia. The next step, we're going to use the coffee imports data sets. So it's another data set, just to look what's the data. And we can see that Belgium until 1998, it's empty. Also Luxembourg is empty as 1998, there's no more columns. And notice that they are joined. Which countries import the most between 1990 and 1998 and between 1998 and 2020, and we're gonna want to see that all in percentage. We're gonna alter the coffee import table. We're gonna add a new column called total 1998 and we're gonna put a big integer because these are big numbers, and we're gonna update it and set it as the sum of 1990 till 1998. This is going to be beneficial for a few parts, and we're going to take the countries which are not null. This is important. And we're going to select the country, meaning removing all the space. We're going to name it as country. We're going to take the total, divide total 1998 divided by 1,000,000 again, and round it up. This is going to be our total in millions. And we're going to take the total of 1998 to another out of the whole total, meaning using the over function. And we're going to present it in the percentage. I'm going to round it up, show 3 digits, and we're going to call it percentage. Now we're going to take the whole total import minus the total of 1998, round it up, and call total 1998 2020 in millions. Now let's order by what we made before, total in millions. And we can see here we have our data. We can see it's nice, clean. We can see the amount, the percentage, and also the total from 1998 and 2020. Now let's add a descending, make it nicer. Now we can focus on the big countries. Which countries import the most between 1998 and 2020? And we're gonna see that all in percentages. So let's start with a width. We're gonna wanna make a CTE, meaning a temporary table, and we're gonna call it new results. In those new results, we're gonna create the total import minus the total 1998 as clean total, because we wanna remove those lines and address the different data. And we're gonna now use this. We're gonna use a new select the country. We're gonna remove the access space, and we're gonna take the clean total divided by 1,000,000 to round the numbers and call it total in millions. And we're gonna take the clean total and divide it by the overall clean total. We're gonna use the over function again, round it up and multiply by 100, and we're gonna call it percentages. We're gonna select everything from the new results, and here we go. This is our table. We can see we have here the percentage, the total. The sixth question is, does a country uses all that it imports between 2010 and 2019? So we want to know if they move it forward, if they import to export, what are they doing with all the amount of coffee? And let's see all the data. So we're going to create a new table called import consumption, and we're going to join two tables. We're going to join the import and the consumption and make it a new one. We're going to remove the access space. We're going to add a C to a country. The next step is going to be to add a C to the one table to consumption and the I as the import, and we're going to change the column names, adding a C to the consumption data and I to the import data. This is going to help us in many ways to recognize which column addresses to which data set and to what information from the coffee imports consumption table. This is going to be from the imports consumption. We're going to call it C. We're going to add a C, and we're going to join that table with the other one that's we referred as I, and we're going to do it where the C country equals to the I country. So basically this is how we add. This is where we join it. We're going to want to join everything, make it a nice table. Now let's call it and see what's the table. We see we have the C's for the consumption, the I for the imports. It means it worked. We have exactly what we wanted. Now let's take the country and make a new calculation of the difference. We're going to take 2010, the import minus the consumption out of the total imports, and let's call it the percentage. We see, for example, Belgium used the most out of its imports. Seventh question is, what is the consumption growth from 2010 till 2019 in percentage? So let's see our table. This is always going to help us. If we select all our data, we can see which column to address. So we're going to select the country, the 2019 consumption minus the 2010 consumption, and multiply by 100. Going to round it up. We're going to see only the 10 numbers and concatenate. We're going to add the percentage sign and name it as percentage. We're going to take it from the import consumption, and we're going to do it where we're going to want to see all data that is not null. Ordered by the same data, we're going to see the biggest percentage, and we can see all our data. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you for the support. I hope it was helpful. You can always do more queries that interest you. Thank you very much. Until next time, keep on exploring.